Way on Friday, Shohei Ohtani did some pretty outrageous things, but this is a I don't know if I want to call it a phenomenon, but this is like an actual like trend right now in social media and videos like this, Chew, like of people who will record themselves watching games and then post all the bad reaction videos after their team loses. And that's not what, we did at all. But obviously Shohei is huge in Japan. Like, and Josh had mentioned this, like the amount of Japanese people that showed up, even just at AmFam for the game, that aren't necessarily Dodger fans, but are clearly Shohei Ohtani fans. Like the guy's Michael Jordan over there, right? Like he's just huge. He's big. And somebody from Japan decided to go through how long was the video, Joshy?
3 hours worth of video. Somebody had put in the timestamps of all the Ohtani home runs and then like the end of the game. And it seems like somebody took the time then and cut out, a minute on each side, put it all together and put it in their own little video that they used.
So somebody from Japan did this. They put out a reaction of us reacting to the ridiculous things that Shohei Ohtani was doing. And that video now currently has 1.3 million views.
Can I have a sidebar?
Please.
Your flipping generation is weird, man. You guys are just weird. You're
fair.
Weird. You're just weird. You're not. It's not that you're not cool. It's just some of the stuff you guys do is so stupid.
Yeah, well, I can't
it's stupid.
disagree
it's
there.
Dumb. You watch stupid stuff. How many times? What is this? Can you look at the screen, Gabe? What's this?
What's what? What, you taking a selfie?
Yeah, you take pictures of yourself. What do you do with it? What do you do? Your generation, maybe a little younger, does that. What are you doing with it?
I would say most people post it to their social media accounts.
Why?
Whether that's TikTok, whether that is Instagram.
For what purpose? You guys waste a lot of time. You're not efficient like my generation was. My generation, very efficient.
All right.
Very multitaskable, very efficient.
I don't want to hear from you about efficiency and how you're saving time down there. All right? Like, I don't want to hear that from you.
You want to hear what I did yesterday?
I will take a lot of criticism for you. I have agreed with a lot of things you have just said. I'm going to stop it at, like, you guys are inefficient.
You know how you get the weekly how much you're on your phone?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, your average screen time.
Like, what are you guys? Do you know? Josh, what are you guys at?
It's probably a lot.
Yeah. Because, again, like, a lot of things.
I also don't have $1 million, nor am I retired.
I'm not retired, and I take a lot of offense to that. Just because I work from 7:01 to 8:56 does not mean I'm retired. Now, if you want to use another word, yes.
Semi-retired?
That's fair. But I grind. I'm a grinder.
Some people greet at Walmart. This is what Chewy does, right?
Like I was watering grass this morning, your time.
I thought you didn't have grass down there.
No, we didn't do that.
Wait, but no, whoa. What do you mean you didn't do that? You had a barrel of rocks that you were shoveling that you hurt your back moving. You were complaining.
That's for the beds. So being away, I had some grass that died because someone didn't take care of the grass down here, and the cinch bugs got in and killed it. So I had to spend X amount of dollars on sod that has to be watered twice a day. So at 5:20 this morning, who's up watering the sod? Me. Yep. I've done more today to the startup of this show probably than, I wouldn't say you would do all day, but you would do by 1 o'clock.
So basically what you're telling me is you got up, you watered some grass. So I am not going to do, how long did that take you?
It took 45 minutes.
All right, so you just stood there with the hose, just kind of moving it around, making sure everything.
Stood there seems a little condescending there, okay?
Wait, are you doing high knees while you were doing this?
Took the trash out.
Whoa, you're not even standing there with the hose? You just turned it on? And it's got the little sprinkler that's going by itself?
No, but you got to hit spots that it doesn't get real well. So
you didn't necessarily.
I'm just saying, my generation much more efficient.
Well,
much more
what you're
efficient.
saying is your generation is saying you're doing things when actually the system that you purchased is doing it.
You're like the people we see when we drive past construction sites. 8 people working, 1 doing something else, but everyone else says they're busy doing something. That's what it seems like.
The world needs supervisors, all right? All right, back to Joshy's story. That was my sidebar.
That backfired on him
So
quickly.
Joshy is huge in Japan.
Yeah, like these people, so they posted their own video, and they spliced in some like post-game comments from the Dodgers in there as well. But it's mostly just our reaction to Shohei doing the ridiculous things he did in the game Friday night. And look, the people love Joshy. They just,
course.
I mean, the comments. Now, I don't know how much you know about our YouTube comments, but typically that's where a lot of the negativity lives.
Just go there now. You'll see it.
No, my son loves him. He is so entertained by him because he watches the show on YouTube. He's like, God, the way they fight on your show, it's kind of funny.
They're doing their own little show in the comments of the YouTube
rivalries
stream.
amongst people.
Yeah, it's
inside
wonderful.
The chat.
Yeah.
We love them over there. They aren't always the biggest fan of us, and it seems the more we ignore them, the angrier they get, which is like a self-fulfilling
prophecy.
They read our comments. It's all rude.
I got mistaken for being Japanese one time. It's kind of weird. No, I'm serious. I'm dead serious. So this is right after the Super Bowl. I want to say February, and my agent calls because Brett was supposed to do the Nickelodeon Awards and blew him off. Flat just blew him off like 8 hours before the show. So they're in a panic because we were getting Team of the Year because we had just won the Super Bowl. So I lived in Scottsdale, and I could get there and make the show. So I said, all right, here's the deal. My buddy's got to go with me. My buddy goes with me, and we landed LAX, and we're up against it. We got like an hour to the start of the show. And the car service is picking me up. He said, I'll be right outside, blah, blah, blah. I didn't know what kind of car. So he's calling me. He's like, where are you? And I'm like, I'm right out front. And it took like a half hour. I'm like, I'm 6'6". It's hard to miss me. I'm right here. Another 15 minutes. So finally, he's walking around, and I'm like, are you picking up Chimura? He's like, yeah, but I thought you'd be Asian.
Based on what?
My last name. I guess it has Asian, I don't know.
I don't.
No? Way off?
I mean, I think your last name gives the strong Polish vibes it's supposed to give.
Yeah.
You think so?
I've never been misled.
I've seen Asian names that are kind of like mine. They don't have enough vowels. That's the problem. So, I don't know. They don't. Gabe, you're looking at me funny.
I also think we're categorizing a whole side of the earth as all having the same like conventions of their name, which is not true also.
And maybe I'm just leaning into my sports knowledge of a lot of those Asian last names, but Yamamoto seems to have quite a few vowels.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, but it ends in a vowel. And my name does too, right? Yeah. A. Yeah.
I'd like that you
Just
need
telling you.
Confirmation.
I've seen Asian last names that kind of look like Chimura.
Okay. I guess I've never made that mistake when looking at your last name.
When I'm thinking of, let's say, Japan, since we're mentioning them.
Yep.
Otani.
Yep.
Suzuki.
Yep.
Never once would I think Chimura seems to fit right in there because there's an A at the end of his name.
Asian names that spell like, am I going to get in trouble here? I'm not at the station.
Yeah, I wouldn't say. Whatever you're going to say, tread carefully.
Yeah, I'm already uncomfortable with where we're at here. Somehow this is where we ended up.
Thanks for leading us down to Dead End Road. This is a good job.
I was just trying to give Joshy his praise.
Chura. Hold on. Chura. Fair. Fair. Fair.
Sure. But okay, what point are you trying to make?
He doesn't know.
Because
I'm trying to see the guy's point that was picking me up in the car.
Yeah,
because I thought he was nuts at first, and now I really don't think he is.
That was, 25 years ago?
96.
So almost 30 years ago.
He thought it was shorter, to be honest.
70 beautiful Japanese baby names.
Okay, all right. We've lost the plot here.
Yeah.
Chayo, C-H-Y.
No, okay. Just cut him off. All right, we just need before Chewy gets fired, we need to cut him off. Mm-hmm. That's all we need to do.
We're looking out for him.
Yep. Just looking out for you, big guy. That's all we're trying to do here. We'll get to Jason Wilde. How about that? I literally just wanted to give Joshy a shout out for doing some good work and having it picked up and get aggregated internationally to $1.3 million views. And then this is where we end up. By the way, not that this one's going to be aggregated internationally, but, Joshy's going to have another one of those. Another little watch-along happening this Sunday with the Packers playing the Steelers, who happen to have Aaron Rodgers.
Can I go on?
It's an in-person only. And you've been put on a hyper suspension.
Because of today?
Yeah.
That's bull.
Is your business?
I've got the Halloween costume, in case you guys are wondering.
I turned him off. Let's do your live. Let's go break. Hey, hand up. That's on us. We got to take the L there. We'll move on.
Yeah, no,
Be better with Jason.
I thought we could have the conversation. We couldn't. And that is on me. I should have known better. Is your business ready to take the next step at Fifth Third Commercial Bank Wisconsin? Our team of local experienced advisors is here to propel you forward. We understand your needs and offer in-depth expertise, cutting-edge technology, and tailored solutions to streamline your cash collections, automate payments, and safeguard your assets with top-notch fraud mitigation tools. Contact Fifth Third in downtown Milwaukee today. Let's eliminate the non-value add work so you can focus on what truly matters most. Growing your business. Fifth Third Bank, National Association, custom solutions built around your goals. Member FDIC.
Your state, your teams, your ESPN. The ESPN Wisconsin app. Find the ESPN Wisconsin app in the Apple or Android app stores today. More Jen, Gabe, and Chewy coming up on 94.5 ESPN.
Westbound 94, backing up a bit from 20th Street all the way to Mitchell Boulevard. The eastbound side, you are looking at delays from 76th Street through the Stadium Interchange. Northbound on 41, slowing from Mayfair Road all the way up past Burleigh. Southbound side, still heavy from the county line to Good Hope Road through that construction zone. Otherwise, we're actually looking pretty good across the rest of the system. Traffic is brought to you by Tsunami Express Car Wash. Today's forecast, crisp fall skies and a championship shine. Get your first wash free at TsunamiExpress.com. Game day ready, rain or shine. Tsunami Express Car Wash. Wash, chill, repeat. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast today. Early sunshine, becoming cloudy and windy. Chance for afternoon showers, a high of 53. Tonight, showers likely, cloudy and windy, a low of 42. Weather's brought to you by Safe Plow. When winter hits Wisconsin, Safe Plow keeps driveways and businesses clear with no-tolerance snow removal. They handle the blizzard so you can handle your business. Visit safeplow.com. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Experience, knowledge, results. That's what really matters when you need help after a serious truck accident. You'll need a lawyer experienced in fighting and winning for people just like you. Gruber Law Offices has the resources, strong track record of success, and a team of experienced lawyers to take care of your needs. We've successfully helped people injured in big truck accidents for more than 35 years. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
It's Jason Wilde from Wilde & Tausch. Upgrade your industrial supply services with Lakeland Supply, your trusted ISO certified partner for custom packaging, shipping supplies, janitorial, and safety supply solutions. With over 40 years of industry excellence, Lakeland Supply is a proven one-stop source with over 95% of their products made in the U.S. And they treat their customers like family. Personalized service with a national reach. That's what Lakeland Supply does. Visit LakelandSupply.com to discover how they can make your business better.
Escape to Lake Lawn Resort in Delavan, Wisconsin, where everything is better at the lake. Dive into endless outdoor activities, including boating, fishing, and paddleboarding on the serene Delavan Lake. Tee off at the lakeside Majestic Oaks Golf Course, or unwind in the award-winning Calidora Spa. Enjoy gourmet meals at 1878 on the lake, casual bites at the Lookout Bar and Eatery, and sweet treats at the Isle of Capri Cafe. Explore Delavan Lake's stunning shores and historic landmarks from the comfort of their 76-foot cruise boat, the Lake Lawn Queen. Book your stay today at LakeLawnResort.com.
Penalty flags? Not here. Carbless is the clean play that every football fan can agree on. With zero sugar, zero carbs, and just 100 calories, you get all the flavor without the penalty. Whether you're tailgating outside the stadium, hosting a crew at home, or watching solo in your lucky jersey, Carbless brings premium cocktails right into the huddle. Made to be refreshingly delicious and game day ready, Carbless keeps fans cheering from kickoff to the final whistle. So this season, skip the sugar, skip the carbs, and make the winning call. Find your bliss with Carbless.
It's a bird bash at Potawatomi. Thursdays, you could win up to $50,000 cash in the Bird Bash game show. Just play with your rewards card this October for a chance to win. Wouldn't you like to rake in a huge pile of cash? Bird Bash, only at Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee. More info at potawatomi.com/birdbash. Must be 21 years old to play.
This is an ad by BetterHelp.
BetterHelp therapists have helped more than 5 million people worldwide on their mental health journeys. Moments in therapy, like the right question or a safe space to cry or a small win, can really change lives. This World Mental Health Day, we're celebrating the therapists who have helped millions of people take that step forward. If you're ready to find the right therapist for you, BetterHelp can help you start that journey. Our listeners get 10% off their first month at BetterHelp.com/timeout. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/timeout.
Ready, down, put. All Packers, all the time.
He was a field tilting player, and the reason why Gabe and many others are so concerned is that this guy's on the field, he changes the offensive dynamic. They are a different offense when he is there.
Okay, most of the time.
You know, Homer calls Matt LaFleur soft all the time. Matt LaFleur is like Vince Lombardi compared to me.
It's Jason Wilde on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. Brought to you by Exterior Pros. Ready to tackle your home improvement project this year? Exterior Pros and Baths is here to help you score big with quality home exterior and shower upgrades. Visit extpros.com. Also brought to you by Lakeland Supply. Lakeland Supply is in business to make your business better. Set up a free packaging and supply chain assessment at lakelandsupply.com.
He is our friend. He is our teammate. He is Jason Wilde. He joins us 3 times a week here on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. Good morning, Jason.
Good morning, dudes.
What's happening?
You tell me.
Oh, I mean, after the first segment we had, you're a very welcome reprieve.
It could have been that bad. Could it have been? Oh, yeah, probably.
I thought it was great.
Jason, I guess, how serious is the calf injury for Josh Jacobs that he needed to really campaign for himself to playing in the game? And do we need to be worried about this kind of slowing him down going forward?
Yeah, so I do think it's a concern. Now, he did get medical clearance to play. Like, he didn't go rogue like that time Brett Favre ran back onto the field with a concussion and threw a touchdown pass, and Mike Sherman didn't even know what was happening. But, is it something that was potentially an issue and could have been made worse? Yes, I think that's fair to say. But, I don't know. I know Rob Tomowski took video of his workout. Like, it looked like they put him through a pretty rigorous workout before the game to make sure that it could stand up. I'm just calf muscle strains make me nervous. As I've said, I just always think of Kevin Durant, and it always feels to me like there's a danger that it's simply a precursor to blowing out your Achilles, which is then a season-ending injury. And as we saw with this quarterback that the Packers are going to play this week, I don't know if anybody's heard of him. I'm being told that this is not a story. It's just a story for us. But it takes a while to get your game back when you suffer that injury. So my only apprehension was if when you have a calf issue, it is the calf bone's connected to the Achilles bone, and that makes me nervous.
Jason, I read Pete Doherty's article in the Press Gazette, and he addressed the running game, and he said the reason the running game has not been great is because the run blocking of the offensive line has been caca. What do you think?
I didn't know that Pete used the word caca. Which is,
yeah. I'm in a mood today, Jason.
Yeah, that's the word on the street, buddy.
Yeah.
Which is great. I think we need things to be spiced up once in a while.
This is what makes Chewy.
Got to do it. Well, and let's be honest, it's easy for me to say that. I got about 15 minutes of it, and then I'm done. You guys, on the other hand. But hey, I have my own times with our other favorite former NFL player. So let's be honest. Look, I think it's been better, right? I mean, the idea that you can shuffle guys in or have guys play one play and then have his replacement play in two different spots of the same game like Jordan Morgan had to do, I think that I'm sure that is a problem, and I'm sure that has factored in to their running game production. But I think it's looked a lot better. Like the touchdown that Jacobs had in the Bengals game. Now I don't like it when normal, everyday, common people like myself say things like, "Oh, I could have run that one," or "I could have thrown that pass." I always think that is ridiculous. Or Jesse saying he could play an entire inning at second base for a minor league baseball team. Like, I don't really like to say that, but if you look at the touchdown run that Jacobs had, they were joking about it afterward, that it was like the Red Sea parting in the Bible. That's pretty good blocking when you're able to do that. So I think it's getting better. I think Aaron Banks is a really key piece of that. And I'm not an offensive line aficionado to the degree that I can say, he's played this poorly in these games and now he's played better in these games. I think the Pro Football Focus grades indicate, though, that, he's playing better. But look, you're no matter how good of a running back you are, and I think Josh Jacobs is a phenomenal running back, you're not going to be nearly as productive if you're getting most of your yardage after contact. And that's what he dealt with last year with, I thought, an offensive line that had even more cohesiveness. And that's what he's dealt with for a good chunk of this year. So if those guys can get out there for extended periods together finally, then I think you'll see that get better.
Well, I'm just going off of what LaFleur said because he said they played a lot of four shell. The quickest way to get someone out of four shell is to run the ball. You run the ball real well because the safeties are back. It's essentially man on man. And I'm just saying you should be gashing them. You gash them, they got to get out of four shell. They got to bring someone up in the box, which only helps the passing game, if that's what teams are going to do from here on out.
To that point, Jason, is because it feels like, and again, they're 4-1-1. They've scored 27 points in all of their wins. They scored 40 points in the tie. So the offense certainly has looked good at moments, but to me it feels like there's something missing. Is that something missing just running the ball a little bit more efficiently, and that can unlock everything else?
Yeah, and look, they also, for the first chunk of the season, were seeing a lot of, 7-8-man boxes, and they were pretty hell-bent on stopping Josh Jacobs.
And then you saw some pretty good first halves from Jordan Love. Like, I think of the first half that he had against Detroit, the first half that he had against Washington. He put up some pretty good numbers, but now it seems like teams realize, we don't need that extra man in the box to really slow down this running game.
Yeah, I mean, look, I thought Jacobs ran the ball really well against Cincinnati. And
yes.
But to your point, LaFleur even told us, like, he went over to the offensive line early in that game and said, and I'm sure this was the sanitized version of his phrasing. But he said, look, if we're not going to be able to run the ball against the two-shell defense, it's going to be a long day. Mm-hmm. And he basically challenged the offensive line to take control of the game. And they did. I mean, look, Jacobs finished that game with 150 total yards from scrimmage, and he's had 3 straight 2-touchdown games now again. Like, you know, and look, it's my job to be critical too, but I am, to some degree, Team LaFleur on the idea of it's 6 games into the season. They're trying to figure it out. They've won in spite of their flaws. And if they can get through this and then get things figured out where they're playing at a high level in late November, December, and January, then it's all worth it, right? Mm-hmm. Like, I still think, and you know, keeping in mind that I'm old, like Chewy, mm-hmm. like, I still think that they're using, and this isn't the Packers, this is everybody, the first month plus of the season to figure out what they are, because they don't play like.
Oh, I think that's evident across the league, Jason, with what we've seen through these first 6 weeks.
Like, I used to love the third preseason. Like, you guys know, I love the preseason because of all the guys that are the Kevin Case-Vaharns and the, you know, all these guys trying to make a name for themselves and make a team. I love it. But I also used to love the third preseason game when Holmgren made you guys play into the third quarter, mm-hmm. because I actually got an idea of what you were. And we just don't have that anymore, and that's why we spend as much time as we do during games that actually count trying to figure out what a team is.
Jason, is Luke Musgrave just a guy? Seems like Fitzpatrick's starting to get more involved than he is. Mm-hmm. Is he going to be the number 3 soon?
Yeah, I mean, I got a text from our buddy Tom Oates, the columnist emeritus from the State Journal, asking essentially the same question. And again, you know, we make jokes about, because look, Goody has been a very good GM. He's made some really, really good draft picks and signed really good free agents, but he's not infallible. Mm-hmm. And, you know, like, this is unfair to say about Josh Myers, but when you draft a guy in the second round, especially one pick before another center who ends up being one of the best in the league, and Creed Humphrey, like, he started 50 games, but it felt like they were never happy with him, right? That's a second-round pick. We all know the track record on third-round picks that basically Tucker Kraft broke a streak of really disappointing third-round picks. But now Luke Musgrave is a second-round pick. You can't have John Fitzpatrick playing ahead of you. Like, you can't do that. Like, you're supposed to be better than him. And, you know, there's been a couple times when I've watched back on games where I'm like, oh, my God, why did they ask Luke Musgrave to block this guy? Do they not know who he is? And so, look, I prefer my guys at that position to be more like you, who could do everything. Like, and if you're not going to be able to be a well-rounded tight end, you better be God's gift to catching passes, right? I mean, J. Mike, not the most engaged blocker either. Some called him names and ended up on Pro Football Talk. But
he's like, talking about you.
Time, like,
yeah, I know more.
Yeah. Well, he does.
I think, Jason, I think when it comes to Musgrave, he's the perfect example of he's just someone that can't process fast enough. If he's blocking a guy and that guy pre-snap moves, he just can't. He can't process. And if you can't process, I don't care if you run a 4-2 and you can lift the world, you can't play. You can't play. And I just think that's what it is with him.
Right, and if his strength is as a pass catcher, which is how he was billed to us, that has been inconsistent as well. I would also add that the Packers, people forget this, but the Packers took a chance on him. Like his last year, this was like an NBA draft a guy based on potential, and sometimes you get it right and the guy's Dirk Nowitzki, and then sometimes you do it and you're like, well, that was a bad pick. I mean, he played 2 games his last year at Oregon State. And so they were betting on him and his potential. And they followed that up with a 3rd-round pick on a guy that had played at South Dakota State and who grew up playing like 8-man football. And one has turned out to be a stud, and one, let's be honest, has been kind of a dud. So it's a crapshoot, I get it, but I just remember training camp his rookie year.
Yeah.
He was as buzzworthy as a player in the summer that we've had in years.
Oh, I mean, but even those first 8 games, Jason, it was, man, once this guy catches the ball, if he figures out how to stay on his own 2 feet, he is going to be because he would be getting open. And he would catch it, and then for whatever reason, just fall. He'd be like a deer on ice suddenly after the ball. He was so athletic to get open. Ball would touch his hands, and suddenly the athleticism would leave his body. But you saw the potential in those first 8 games until he got hurt.
Yeah, I love a good Bambi reference. So perfect. Well executed.
Just finally, before we let you go, Jason, did the Packers see the transformation that Keyshawn Nixon did from slot to outside and go, oh, yeah, we can do that with anybody? And now they're just miscasting Nate Hobbs on the outside.
Yeah, well, I think Matt LaFleur is going to be offended by that because he gave a Chris McIntosh level vote of confidence to Nate Hobbs yesterday. And I'm a little more
I would tell him the same thing that I would tell Chris McIntosh. We all have eyes.
Yeah, exactly. We also, he also tried to tell us that the Rodgers thing is a story just for us, which, I don't think that's true. Like, for example,
this is just the way that has to go, though, Jason. Like they say that during the week, and then one of the first things he's going to say post game at the podium is how this was actually important. They downplayed it, yada yada yada.
Well, and I will say this. Jordan Love and Rodgers have an authentically good relationship. Rodgers really did take what he experienced with Chewy's guy and vowed not to be a hypocrite and was great to Jordan. But, Jordan wants to play well against his guy. There's no 2 ways about it. To your point about Nate Hobbs, my question is, do you like him better than you like Javon Bullard in the slot even at this point?
I can't imagine because Bullard's been so good, so I don't know what you do with Hobbs. Like they just decided because it was very obvious the way they approached this offseason, Jason, that they wanted Bullard to be the slot guy. And Bullard has stepped up and answered the call, certainly. And they just thought that they could do the same thing to me. That we did this once with a cornerback who looked like he was a really good slot guy, moved into the outside, and Keyshawn Nixon has had success. And they thought they could do the same thing with Hobbs, and it just hasn't gone as smoothly as the transition did for Keyshawn.
Yeah, I didn't love the signing of him right away, but it was more because he's never played a full season.
Yeah.
He does hit. Like he is, Tausch teases me all the time for watching a few of his games on NFL Plus and say, God, this guy is physical. But you never heard me say after they signed him, God, this guy can really cover. But I do think that, his physicality, and I even had a conversation with him about this during training camp. Is it both a blessing and a curse? Is it a detriment? The guy got hurt on July 31st, hitting a guy he wasn't supposed to be hitting the way he hit him in a practice. And maybe his knee has been an issue the whole time, and that's a factor in him getting cooked, right?
Yeah.
But again, that's self-inflicted. You did something in practice that you're not supposed to do. So I'm gonna give Matt LaFleur a little bit of grace and say, okay, you put it out there. You believe in this guy. He's going to bounce back. We're going to be watching to see if he does. And I am skeptical that he will, but I'm open to being proven wrong.
Appreciate it, Jason. We'll talk to you again on Thursday.
I can't wait to go back on the ESPN Wisconsin app and hear this world-famous first segment.
Yeah.
I'm going to do that before I start my show.
I mean, I guess it'll be a good example of what not to do for your show.
I believe we have a few examples of those over the years. All right, boys. Take care. Be good.
Yeah.
Jason Wilde joins us 3 times a week here on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. Totally rad, bro. October is National Pizza Month, and I challenge you to turn your taste buds upside down with Stranger Things Surfer Boy frozen pizza as you fuel up for one last adventure.
More Jen, Gabe, and Chewy coming up on 94.5 ESPN.
Eastbound 94, watch for backups now from 84th Street all the way through the stadium. The westbound side slowing down from just before 27th Street all the way to Mitchell Boulevard. Southbound 43 backing up from before Good Hope Road all the way down to about Bender Road. Beyond that, you're good to go through the Marquette. Same thing for the northbound side there. Southbound on 41, heavy from the county line to Good Hope Road. And then just before Silver Spring starts to slow down, heading all the way down towards Capitol. Northbound's backed up from Mayfair up to Capitol Drive as well. Traffic is brought to you by the Neal Group. John Neal and his team know how to minimize your taxes to keep more money in your pocket. Visit nealgroup.net to learn more. That's nealgroup.net. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast today, early sunshine, becoming cloudy and windy. Chance for afternoon showers, a high of 53. Tonight, showers likely, cloudy and windy with a low of 42. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Your neighbors are talking. Did you see their siding? Yikes. That drafty window? It's basically air conditioning. From nature. Don't be the scary house on the block this fall. Call Exterior Pros and Baths and get $3,000 off your roofing, siding, windows, or bath project. No tricks, just treats. That's 262-800-4274 or click your way to extpros.com. Fall in love with your home again. Trust the pros.
Change your grocery game plan to locally owned Century Foods, home of the best meat, freshest produce, and tastiest treats. Now through Wednesday, save on 5 to 15.75 ounce selected varieties Frito-Lay Cheetos, Fritos, Smart Food, or Tostitos dip, 2 for $7. 64 ounce or 8-pack selected varieties Juicy Juice, 2 for $5.50. 8.2 to 18 ounce selected varieties C-Pack frozen seafood, $5.99. 6 count selected varieties Bay's English muffins, $2.99.
I am starving.
Oh, no. Never walk into a Century when you're hungry.
Unless it's free sample day. Ooh, oh, pizza, yes. I'd love to try that one.
My husband thinks he can make a meal out of grocery store samples.
Need to wash this down. I think I see someone handing out samples in the liquor department.
Geez, can we focus on our list?
What's this?
It says you can win 2 tickets to Green Bay's home game against Chicago on December 7th.
Or autographed footballs, or a 4-pack of Green Bay Hall of Fame tickets.
You have to enter through Century's Facebook or Instagram.
I'll be entering this on my phone in the deli next to that cheese sample station.
Enter by November 12th.
At Uline, they know going the extra mile takes hard work. For companies pushing to go further, Uline will go the distance with you. 24/7, they answer the phone to get you the shipping and industrial supplies you need. Business can move fast. Unexpected large orders, adverse weather, new safety guidelines, and changing economic trends. Uline works hard keeping 41,000 items ready to ship, minimizing detours on your way to the extra mile. Visit uline.com.
I've been to my fair share of green and gold games, and the best way to get there is with Accutrans Group. At Good Karma Brands and ESPN Milwaukee, we use Accutrans Group to get our partners to and from Green Bay, and it's always first class. From stadiums to concerts and tailgates, your game day fun starts the moment you step on board. Sit back, relax, and let their professional chauffeurs handle the traffic while you enjoy the ride. Accutrans Group is Milwaukee's premier ground transportation, available 24/7 with sedans, SUVs, limos, vans, and buses. Book today at accutransgroup.com.
With a dedicated Milwaukee team, Fifth Third Bank knows what success looks like. For 15 years, we've been serving businesses, organizations, and individuals in the area with a long-standing commitment to the healthcare and not-for-profit sectors. Whether it's expansion to commercial payments, Fifth Third offers a full suite of financial services and solutions to navigate your organization's complex needs. Experience the difference with Fifth Third Bank. National Association. Custom solutions built around your goals. Member FDIC.
This is Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
You want more physical harm beset upon people who are trying to earn a living.
I want winners. If someone has to die in order for us to win, then that's the price you pay.
On 94.5 ESPN.
Conversations 3 times a week with Jason Wilde, brought to you by Lakeland Supply. They're in business to make your business better. Set up a free packaging and supply chain assessment at lakelandsupply.com. Sure, I'm just a little confused. What do you got going on down there? You're eating you're an hour ahead because you're in Florida, so it's 8:44. You're eating this early in the day?
I got my protein.
You got a little oikos? Wait, when did this
underrated? Huh?
When did this start?
I was doing it this summer. But you know what I got in there? The most underrated fruit known to man. And they're so good. Underrated.
Okay.
Blackberries.
Ooh, okay.
Am I right or wrong?
I think we put it on the poll. Are blackberries underrated? I think I agree with you because most people are going to, if they go to the store, Chew, they're going to get the blueberries, they're going to get the raspberries if they're going to be mixing with yogurt. Yeah. Like when I go to the store and ask my wife, hey, what do you need? Because she does Greek yogurt and a bunch of raspberries. I think she's got a whole concoction that she puts together that she eats. But it's always raspberries. It's not even blueberry. Like she's very specific about the raspberries. So I'm with you. And then if you see like a fruit bowl, if you're out at a party, the blackberries, those are underrated. I agree with you.
I used to pull over on the side of the road because they'll grow wild and just sit there and eat them. They're so good.
You stole from a farmer?
No, they grow wild, Gabe.
Oh, okay.
Wild,
all right.
Yeah.
I thought he was, I was about to say, you're a farmer. You should know better than that.
I'm a grinder.
Stealing from another farmer. I want to read you this quote because this is something that we did not get to yesterday. And I just feel that this is how a lot of fans feel about the Green Bay Packers currently. Because at 4-1-1, technically they would be the number 1 seed in the NFC right now. They have the best record in the NFC as we sit here. But it seems like a lot of fans are unsatisfied. Some of the players feel the same way, Chew. Shout out to Ryan Wood from the Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel for this quote that he posted on Sunday after the game talking to Xavier McKinney. It shouldn't even come down to the fourth quarter. I think we have a better team, and I don't think we really played to our standard as much. We'll get back to the film room and find ways to be better, but we for damn sure can't do this against good teams because it's not going to work. I think the guys know that. Yeah, we're happy with the win, but we've got to be a lot better.
Well, I can tell you this. I picked them to win every game so far this year, every game, and I'm picking them to lose on Sunday.
I don't know if the Steelers, but I don't know if the Steelers are a good team or not.
But Steelers are smart. I'll tell you this.
Are the Steelers smart?
If the Steelers coaching staff was coaching on Sunday for Arizona, they lose that game. They lose. And it's not going to – Micah Parsons will be addressed. He's not having free sacks. He will be addressed.
I think – because the funny part is, and we heard, I think Rob told us this yesterday, I heard Jason talking about it on Wilde and Tausch as well, Micah, despite having a career-high 3 sacks, didn't think he played particularly well.
Which is insane.
Because he was left one-on-one so much, Chew, he thought he should have won those one-on-ones more than he did.
Yeah.
Because he was left one-on-one so much.
How many pressures did he have?
10.
I mean, he hit you might want to address that. Sometimes you just got to say, hey, whatever.
But that means
3 guys out, but this is going to be secure.
That means Rashawn's got to step up. And he had the strip sack on Sunday, so he made a play. Yeah. That means Kingsley Anibare has to step up. They don't seem to think that Lucas Van Ness is going to be ready to go for this game, but other guys have to step up because you're right. That coaching staff is going to have a better Again, solution seems wrong because I think Micah Parsons can still make a play or two throughout the course of the game, beating those double teams, but they are going to have a better approach at trying to slow down Micah Parsons.
And I wanted to ask Jason this, whether do you guys listen to Pro Football Focus when they grade?
So some of the grades, you have to take with a grain of salt.
It's
I
a
think.
piece of information into the larger picture.
And I think PFF does get a bad rap because there was one stat that I saw that was circulating yesterday when people were talking online about Nate Hobbs and how Eric Stokes right now over at PFF, they have a stat of receptions allowed per snaps played, and he's pretty far down there. Like, it seems like he's playing pretty well. That's why PFF stinks. Like, this isn't a grade. This is just more of how many receptions has he allowed and how often is he out there. And that's all that's basically telling you. Again, a piece of information.
But you know who got the lowest grade offensively in PFF?
I will say offensively, Tucker Kraft.
Jordan Love. Did you think he played that bad? His ratings high 90s or low 100s? It wasn't that bad. Obviously 236 yards total offense isn't. That's very bad.
Yeah,
that's
wonky things always happen with especially when it comes to the quarterback position. Famously, was it the 4-5?
Aaron Rodgers had a 5-touchdown game against the Chiefs and had a terrible PFF grade.
I don't know why they make it so because our grading system was easy when I played, right? So it was either a plus, a 0, or a minus. Plus is proper technique. You did your job. A minus is obviously improper technique and you didn't do your job. And a 0 is improper technique, but you got the job done.
Yeah.
And then you throw it into Andy Reid's little computer and then out spits your grade.
And again, I think the problem that most people have with PFF is they don't know how it's calculated.
Yeah.
Right. Like you just explained the grading system that you did. PFF has never explained what their grading system is, much like, and I'll use this one as an example as well, ESPN has their QBR. So Jordan Love's quarterback rating, which is the one we've known forever, and so it was 93.9. Jacoby Brissett's quarterback rating was 110.8. Again, 158.3 for whatever reason is the highest grade you can get in the NFL. But their QBR, based on the ESPN, where 50 is average, that's the only thing that they'll tell you. They throw in a bunch of things into their formula. Mm-hmm. Jordan Love's QBR was 71.3, which is a really good grade, and Jacoby Brissett's was 29.4.
Yeah, I don't know why they just don't use one grading system for all these things.
But and the problem is I don't know how any of them are calculated. So I take it as a bit of information. And again, if you are a big Jordan Love supporter, I know Craig brought it up a lot on Sunday Karma, brought it up a couple of times on Fridays when he joins our show. Oh, Jordan Love, QBR, top 5 last year. Yeah, that's nice. I just don't know how it's calculated.
Yeah. And obviously you have to do it on the scale because obviously playing quarterback is a lot more difficult, I believe, than playing left guard.
Yeah.
A left guard, it's pretty easy to grade. And that's why it's so tough on quarterbacks because, a lot of times they, I love how people comment and see, well, this guy was running wide open, there was no one around him. Yeah, but he's the 5th read. You'd never get to the 5th read. Deion Sanders was covering me one time. I was split out wide to the left. Everyone else was on the right. He fell down, and I'm running past him. Mm-hmm. Would have been the highlight of my career. And Brett said, you know what, Shu, I love you. But when I saw Deion on you.
Didn't even look.
You could have been in the locker room. I really don't care. I ain't going there. So it's just a guy's wide open. But, if he's the 4th, 5th read, then he's never going to see the ball unless there's a scramble or whatever.
I choose to believe that you had a route that was just so disgusting that you made him fall down and that he didn't trip over his own 2 feet.
I think he was a little blinded by my speed off the ball.
Just didn't see that quickness coming. He's kind of caught him by surprise.
Where did that come from? Yeah.
Alan texts in on the Cardinals Talking text line, 800-990-3776. Blackberries, very underrated. I use them in pancakes, waffles, margaritas, and martinis.
Ooh, that sounds tasty. I mean, is a blackberry better than an olive? I would say yes.
I guess it depends upon the contexts. Overall, yes. Like I'm not gonna, if I see a bowl of olives sitting there, I'm not gonna pop them. Obviously, some people do. I'm not just gonna start popping them in my mouth the way I would a blackberry. Yeah. But also, I don't want a blackberry on my pizza. But if there's an olive on my pizza, I'm okay. And so it kind of depends upon what you're using it for.
I think the flip side to the blackberry, what is it, a vegetable? Or I think the jalapeno is grossly underrated. I love jalapenos on everything.
I feel
you
like
put them in a margarita. Gives it a little bite. What did I have for pizza? I want to say I had pineapple and jalapeno on a pizza.
Pretty common.
Mm-hmm.
And
I feel like the jalapeno is probably properly rated.
Why? Because you either like it or you don't?
The jalapeno has reached career high usage rates.
Yeah, I feel like jalapenos are everywhere.
Yeah, but there's no articles about it. I mean, no one's writing about it. There's nothing. You can't find anything.
Wait. Who do you want writing about jalapenos? Who do you think is taking their time out of
Jason,
whatever
Doherty?
beat they find? Pete Doherty. You want Doherty to write about jalapenos?
Who's the jalapeno of the team? Javon Bullard. No one knows who Javon Bullard is in Chicago, but he's our jalapeno.
But the point is that I think people know about jalapenos.
Yeah, do they?
They're kind of
I
everywhere.
don't think they do.
I just want to issue a sincere apology from the depths of my heart to everyone for every segment except for the second one.
See, this is why I go at him.
Wait, we were going so well.
Hey. No, but this is why I go at him for stuff like this. You know?
I'm not.
People want to know what I'm wearing for Halloween. Joshy doesn't care because he's anti-costume.
All right.
He had to wear denim.
Clamoring for your costume.
We get to Chewy's Halloween costume next.
No.
No, you're going to have to do it. You just complained about it. If you're looking for a newer, nicer used vehicle, the Ewald Automotive Group can help increase your purchase power. During their used car rate reduction sales event, shop 600 quality pre-owned vehicles with no money down, no payments until 2026. Interest rates, they're coming down, so let them try to improve your situation today. It costs nothing other than a few minutes of your time to check them out. So go to ewaldauto.com for locations, inventory, and more. You'll certainly be glad you did. I have trusted them for years because Ewald makes it easy. I would go nowhere else if I'm looking for a used car, a new car, service. I go to Ewald for everything. You should trust them as well. Go to ewaldauto.com.
Jen, Gabe, and Chewy are back after this on 94.5 ESPN. All day, every day. The Carbless Talk and Text line is open for you.
First off, there is not one team that's on the fringe that scares me.
800-990-3776. The Carbless Talk and Text line. This is more. Stay up to date on the Green and Gold all season. The Green and Gold Fix podcast is brought to you by Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Luxury stay, elite play, unwind in sophisticated comfort. Win big, dine, and experience the events in Milwaukee.
It's ESPN Wisconsin's Game Night Show for Events by Design. Events like appreciation parties and retreats can go a long way towards boosting morale and retaining top talent. Events by Design is your go-to creative partner for employee events that truly make an impact. They help leaders retain top talent by making their people feel seen, valued, and celebrated. The creative team at Events by Design does all the planning and production, making sure things not only look great, but also work. Make a smart investment in your culture today. Search online, Events by Design. They design, you party.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/joy to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy, HIMS.com/JOY.
Without an Advent clinic nearby, people suffering needlessly from chronic nasal congestion and sinus infections would be stuck with either Band-Aid or sledgehammer solutions. Band-Aids are pills or nasal sprays, and they're not true solutions. Surgery is a sledgehammer, and that's what we're trying to avoid. Because most people don't need surgery for nose and sinus issues, nor do they want a 14-day recovery. Our unique Advent approach can, in 20 minutes in our office, open your blocked nose for good, with only 1-day recovery. I'm Advent founder Dr. Kandula. Outside of Advent's 4 walls, invasive surgery is what they'll recommend. But here, you will find effective and convenient in-office solutions to help you stop the need for Band-Aids and avoid the sledgehammer.
Go to adventknows.com to schedule your appointment, because Advent knows when you breathe well, you live better. Most insurance accepted.
We love the Packers. We bleed green and gold. And every time our team takes the field, well, it's pure football bliss. If only there was a way to experience that blissful winning feeling every day. At Associated Bank, we've got you with 10% off Lambeau concessions and 15% off Pro Shop merch. All when you get Packers checking from Associated Bank. It's how Packers fans keep winning on game day and every day. Associated Bank, Bank of the Packers. Learn more at associatedbank.com/Packers. Member FDIC.
Shop the Pig! The new Piggly Wiggly Pig Points program is here, and earning rewards just got easier. Now you'll earn 10 Pig Points for every $1 you spend, and redeem those points on your favorite products right in the store. It's simple, it's rewarding, and it's all right here at your neighborhood Piggly Wiggly. So shop more, earn more, and save more, only at Piggly Wiggly. Sign up today at shopthepig.com.
Piggly Wiggly, shop the pig. This is Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
I thought
Salvation
every time
Army.
that they hear their name when it's non-scheduled, that's what they want to hear.
I could hear Ashley laughing in the background.
Am I right or wrong?
He's not wrong. Hey, he's not wrong. He's not wrong.
He is wrong.
On 94.5 ESPN.
All right, Chewy, you've brought it up twice now today. Your Halloween costume.
Yep.
You and your wife love doing the big Halloween parties, live going. Probably the most famous that you've done, the picture I still have in my phone, you as Elf, which was fantastic. So you said you've got your Halloween costumes for 2025. Yeah. What do you guys have for this year?
Here's what I'm going to do. For a segment tomorrow, I will wear it. Not going to tell you what segment.
Okay.
But for a segment, I'll put it on.
All right, so that means people got to make sure that they're watching on the YouTube stream all throughout the course of tomorrow. All right, so Chewy will have that. And one just final, this came across my desk here before we get to Jeff Levering here in 2 minutes. I want to add a name. We've had a list of funny names going here that, you know, you'll get the gist when I say this name. There is somebody who is trying to qualify into a PGA Tour tournament in Bermuda right now. He's 2 shots off the lead going into the final round. His name? Harry Dickens.
Track for the show.
Jeff Levering in 2 minutes.
Jen, Gabe, and Chewy continues next on 94.5 ESPN.
Got an accident southbound 43 at Capitol Drive. It is off on the right shoulder, so watch out for that. Delays southbound on 43 coming in from just south of Brown Deer Road all the way down to Bender Road. And then again, just before Silver Spring, heading down past the accident scene there. We've also got the left lane blocked westbound 94 at about 35th Street with a broken down vehicle there. So backups out of the Marquette all the way past that point. More delays continue from the county line all the way to about Calhoun. We've also got this accident with the
I got you. You got me?
Is it 3 left lanes? 3 right lanes blocked at
Yeah, no
Oklahoma
problem.
Avenue.
I'm glad
Delays,
I reached
basically
out.
backing up all the way back through the Hale interchange onto 894 eastbound. As a matter of fact, that's starting to slow down from about 51st Street all the way through.
My pleasure.
Eastbound 894 heavy from 84th Street to
Okey-doke.
Loomis. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast today. Early sunshine, becoming cloudy and windy. Chance for afternoon showers, a high of 53. Tonight, showers likely, cloudy and windy, a low of 42. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Kevin Moret here for Mentality. Listen up, gentlemen. You're fighting an unfair battle. Studies show testosterone levels in men have plummeted by 25% in just 2 decades. That's why you're struggling with energy, muscle, and drive. But here's a game changer. Mentality's FDA-approved treatments boost testosterone by 30% on average. Imagine reclaiming the vitality your grandfathers had. Picture turning heads, dominating your career, and feeling unstoppable again. Don't settle for today's normal. Seize the day at mentalityhealth.com/radio. That's mentalityhealth.com/radio.
Escape to Lake Lawn Resort in Delavan, Wisconsin, where everything is better at the lake. Dive into endless outdoor activities, including boating, fishing, and paddleboarding on the serene Delavan Lake. Tee off at the lakeside Majestic Oaks Golf Course, or unwind in the award-winning Calidora Spa. Enjoy gourmet meals at 1878 on the lake, casual bites at the Lookout Bar and Eatery, and sweet treats at the Isle of Capri Cafe. Explore Delavan Lake's stunning shores and historic landmarks from the comfort of their 76-foot cruise boat, the Lake Lawn Queen. Book your stay today at LakeLawnResort.com.
This is Brian Balaga. You're listening to 94.5 ESPN.
94.5 ESPN is WKTI and WKTI HD Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station. It's time to hear from the voice of the Brewers.
Fly ball to deep right. It is back. Soto back.
Jeff Levering is brought to you by the Neurospine Center of Wisconsin. Go where the pros go to fix all your back pain. Visit them today at neurospine.com.
Appreciate a little Huey Lewis in the news to bring me in today. Love that. Thank you. And I love Huey Lewis in the news, so I'm all about it.
Jeff Levering on Chen, Gabe, and Chewy.
I mean, I'm excited to talk to him because he's our guy. He's Jeff Levering. But it's also sad to talk with our guy, Jeff Levering, as this is going to be the last time. This means baseball season is over. We've had the opportunity to sit on it since Friday, but it's still sad to talk about the end of the 2025 Brewers season. Good morning, Jeff. Thank you for jumping on with us.
Yeah, you got it, guys. It doesn't mean you have to stop talking to me. We don't have to talk Milwaukee Brewers baseball every single time. I'm still available. I'm not going anywhere. The season may be over, but I'm here. It's okay.
Hey, we would love to have you. If you want to jump on every Tuesday, just say less. Well, we'd love to have you.
We'll see about every Tuesday, but anytime you guys want me, just give me a call. You know where to find me.
We'll mix it in. I guess just your overall thoughts on what 2025 became, because we go from, as the baseball season does, win projections in the low 80s, end up with 97 wins, which is a franchise record, win a playoff series for the first time since 2018 in very dramatic fashion. Your overall thoughts on the 2025 Milwaukee Brewers?
I thought it was a great season, right? And I think fans would tell you it was a great season as well. There were a lot of great things that happened. There were a lot of players that you didn't really know about that came to the forefront and that could be cornerstone players in this organization for a long time. I think when people look back at this 2025 season, they're not going to look at it as a failure. They're going to think of it as a great season. It was a wonderful season. Yes, did they fall short? Absolutely, they fell short. I mean, you ran into a buzzsaw. The Dodgers were unbelievable. They pitched the ball exceptionally well in that National League Championship Series. Yes, the Brewers have opportunities, sure. And if you would have told me that the Brewers were going to allow a grand total of 15 runs in 4 games, you'd feel pretty good about it, the way that offense was running towards the end of the season and really all season long. But at the end of the day, the Dodgers pitching staff was outstanding. Give them credit where credit is due. But this Brewers season was a phenomenal one. It was a lot of fun. There was lots of highs and lows, as it goes with every single season. But I think everybody's going to remember 2025 as being a very, very good season.
Jeff, how much different will this team look next year? I'm not sure who's free agent, or I mean, there's Peralta talk whether they're going to move him. How much different you think this team will look next year?
I think it's going to look very similar, Chewy, to be honest with you. There's a handful of free agents. I'd be willing to bet that Rhys Hoskins has probably played his last game as a Milwaukee Brewer. You have an option on Jose Quintana. Do you bring him back or not? We'll see. I think the starting pitching staff is going to be very deep next year, which is great. The Freddy Peralta talk, it's $8 million for next year on an option. I think the Brewers should entertain it. I think it should be the easiest decision that is made in the offseason to bring him back. But you never know. The Brewers have always been a team that will listen just in case, right? So I think for the Brewers, bringing Freddy Peralta back is item number one to check the box, right? But I think the team's going to look very similar. The position player group is virtually going to be unchanged. You have Andrew Vaughn, who's under contract for a long time. You still have William Contreras under contract for a couple of more years. The position player group is in really good shape.
Do you try to lock some of these young guys up to long-term deals like they did with Churio?
I think it's a conversation. Absolutely. I think you have they've already started conversations, or at least tried to have conversations with Bryce Terang. You try and do that with Sal Frelick, of course. You try and lock up some of these young guys as best you can, and try and be shrewd about it too, because that's what you have to do in this market. You have to try and get those Jackson Churios, gamble on them, in essence. And then he's become one of the young bright stars in the game. And when that contract ends, it's going to end up looking like a steal for the Brewers organization. Even the Freddy Peralta deal in 2020 at $17 million for 5 years plus an option. That's a really good deal for the Brewers. Those are the ones they have to make, and I'm sure those conversations are ongoing.
I think some of the exciting stuff for me about the postseason, seeing young guys step up. I mean, we've known what Jackson Churio can do in the postseason. He continued that great reputation. Jacob Mizorowski stepping up and really performing in the postseason. But maybe the most surprising was Chad Patrick in the way he was able to pitch out of the bullpen. What do you do with Chad next year? Do you put him back in the rotation because he was the guy early in the season that helped while there were injuries, and then he would be the guy when they needed somebody, they'd shut him up and down from AAA? Do you keep him in the bullpen? Do you try to make him a part of the rotation? Because after the way he pitched this postseason, you know he's going to have a shot at being a significant part of the roster next season.
Yeah, I think he's a rotation piece next year. I really do. I think that he has shown his versatility. He's shown how good he can be in a rotation too. At ERA in the threes this year. Granted, he didn't have a lot of wins, but the Brewers didn't score a lot of runs for him. And wins are an arbitrary stat these days anyway. I think Chad has an opportunity to win a job in the rotation next year. I think Tobias Myers has an opportunity to come back and win a job in the starting rotation next year. But you know what those guys can do in the bullpen. We've seen this before. And I'll throw out Burns, Peralta, Woodruff. They all were starting pitchers, went into the bullpen for the postseason, and then they would come back into the starting rotation the following year. I think that's what you may see with the Chad Patrick, but man, he was outstanding in the postseason. He gave up 2 runs. One of them happened to be a home run that probably landed in your front yard, Chewy, to Ohtani. And then the other was the Freddie Freeman moonscraper in game number 2. But Chad was awesome. And Miz, as you mentioned, we didn't know what we were going to get out of Jacob Mizorowski, right? I think there were a lot of people that were skeptical putting him on the roster to begin with in the division series. And what did he do? Picked up 2 wins in that division series against the Cubs. Absolutely dealt in the NLCS until he gave up a couple of runs late. But he was unbelievable. I heard this analogy the other day of Miz being like a stock market where he was so hot and everybody was buying on him early. And then he got hurt and was on the injured list and his stock was going down, and then skyrocket back up. I think that what you saw, the first part and the second part of Miz, is what you're going to get from him moving forward too.
When you throw as hard as he does, there's always the conversation, okay, is he a thrower or is he a pitcher? And for times, I think he was a thrower because, well, I mean, when you could do 103, it makes a ton of sense. Did we see him grow into a pitcher the way he was using his off speed and his breaking pitches in the offseason?
Absolutely.
Or, excuse me, in the postseason to set up the triple-digit fastball?
I think you're absolutely right, Gabe. I think that in the postseason, he really became a pitcher. He was not just a thrower. He was a thrower when he first started, going up against Skeens, going up against Kershaw, and all those awesome moments that he had. He was just, all right, here we go, let her rip. And then you saw some moments from him spinning curveballs, dotting his slider on the outside corner to left-handed batters, going slider on the inside corner to left-handed batters. He was pitching in the postseason, locating his fastball where he wanted to locate it for the most part. Those are huge stepping stones for him, huge growing moments for Miz moving forward.
Jeff, were they intimidated at all? And what I mean by that is when we played Dallas back in the day, they would beat up on us every year. Until 95, we got into the NFC Championship game against them, and we were with them. We were with them into the fourth quarter. Ultimately, we lost, but then we went back the next year and were like, you know what? We're not intimidated by these guys anymore. Is there a little bit of that went on this year?
I don't think that they were intimidated. I just think that they may have run out of gas, right? I mean, and plus, you look at what the pitchers did for the Dodgers, and they dealt. I mean, there's no way to get around that. Snell was unbelievable. Yamamoto gave up a solo homer to lead off the game in Game 2, and then nothing else. Game 3, you got shut down by Tyler Glasnow. The shadows were awful. Everybody was talking about the shadows. You had opportunities in that game. That was the game that they had to go out and win, and they couldn't do it. And then it was Shohei's game, the best single game performance almost in the history of baseball. So you tip your cap in that moment. I don't think that they were intimidated. I really don't. I just think that they ran out of gas. What the Cubs series did to them offensively, they just didn't have any answers for what the Dodgers were doing on the mound. And that's unfortunate because they were so good. And the Dodgers were having Brewers at bats the entire series. That's what they did all season. You saw what the Blue Jays did against the Mariners. That's what the Brewers did. And they just couldn't do it against LA. I don't know if it was intimidation because they won 6 in a row against the Dodgers.
Sure,
Granted, it's a different team in the regular season, but this postseason Dodgers team it's a different animal.
So will this be finally? I mean, the Brewers have been in the postseason 7 out of the last 8 years. Is this the offseason where they're finally going to be respected by other people outside of Milwaukee? Because, again, they win the division 2 years in a row. Win total going into this year, I think it was 82.5, which Joshie cashed on. Good on him, taking the over there on the Brewers. Is this the year that people finally wake up to what's happening in Milwaukee, or are we just going to continue to be slept on?
Well, hopefully Josh buys you a cup of coffee for his winnings. That's all I'm saying. Maybe a cup of coffee, maybe a sausage, egg, and cheese too. I think that nobody's going to sleep on the Brewers, right? I think that they're still going to be predicted to be second or third in the division. Looking what the Cubs and the Reds did and what they might potentially do in the offseason, they'll probably be picked to finish third next year, right? But that's par for the course for this organization. And then what are they going to do? They're going to use that as motivation. They're going to play better than people expect them to play. Maybe the Pacoda rankings will have them at 85 wins next year instead of 80. So you'll see what happens. And then you go out there and you lay it out on the line and you go play a baseball game. And I think everybody knows and respects what the Brewers have done over the last 8 years. That they're never going to be counted out. While the computers and the bots might not like them, they pass the eyeball test. They always do.
Jeff, go ahead, Shu.
Jeff, one more question. There's a lot of talk about the labor agreement that's coming up next year. Would a salary cap be good for the Brewers or bad for the Brewers?
It's going to be on a case-to-case basis if that ends up happening. I mean, if you have a salary cap, I think this is my idea, not my idea. I've heard it before, but you got to make teams spend more than anything. You got to make teams spend. So instead of having a cap, you have a floor and say, all right, Pittsburgh, start spending some money. Marlins, start spending some money. You got to spend at least X amount of dollars. Give your fans something to actually hope for, right? And I get, yeah, sure, you can put a cap on, you can put luxury taxes, you could do all these things. The teams are still going to spend. The Mets are still going to spend. The Dodgers are still going to spend. No tax, no penalty is too big for those teams when they're getting $2 million a day just in parking revenue. So listen, I think you need to make teams spend more than anything else.
All right, since we're there, I have a theory and I want to run it by you, and maybe it ends up being wrong. But I think of in 2019 when the Brewers signed Yasmani Grandal because he was sitting out there, and they gave him, I think it was like $19-20 million for the one-year deal. Mm-hmm. Hey, just come here for a year, and then you can go sign that one big deal. With the potential labor, whatever's going to happen looming, could this be a possible free agent market where a lot of those guys are out there and the Brewers can pounce and maybe sign a one-year deal to try to add to the team in 2026 because nobody wants to spend money beyond 27 if we don't know if we're going to have baseball or not?
Sure. I mean, absolutely. Mark Attanasio has always said if there is a reason to go out there and spend money, if there's a player who's going to make us better or multiple players who are going to make us better, I'm not opposed to spending money. A lot of the conversation was that the Brewers' payroll was down this year. It wasn't down. It was pretty level. Yeah, they lost some payroll and some players that they lost, but their spending was pretty similar to what it has been in the past. And it's a very competitive team. If you feel like you need to add, I trust in Mark Attanasio. I trust in Matt Arnold to make the right decisions to spend money where it makes sense.
Jeff, we appreciate you jumping on late season with us every single Tuesday. Certainly appreciate the time and look forward to talking to you, maybe once or twice now once we hit the off season.
You got it, man. Anytime you need it, guys, I'm available for you.
Sounds good. Thanks, Jeff.
You got
Jeff
it. See you guys.
He has joined us every Tuesday here on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy to break down the Milwaukee Brewers. And do want to shout out our friends at Neurospine Center of Wisconsin who brought us all of that Brewers coverage late in the season and throughout the postseason as well. Cheez-It, it's a legendary snack cracker. It's now available as a frozen pizza. Each crust, a giant original Cheez-It flavored cracker that's square-shaped. Of course, it has to be. It has to be a square pizza because that's what Cheez-Its are. But it's ultra-thin, super crispy, the perfect amount of Cheez-It flavor. And then on top of that, flavors that you can rely upon because it's made by Palermo's, and it perfectly complements that Cheez-It taste. Italian 4 cheese, cheddar jack supreme, and pepperoni. It's got one of their shortest bake times as well, so you go from freezing to cheesing in as few as 8 minutes. Find Cheez-It frozen pizza in your favorite grocer's frozen pizza section.
Your state, your teams, your ESPN. The ESPN Wisconsin app. Find the ESPN Wisconsin app in the Apple or Android app stores today. More Jen, Gabe, and Chewy coming up on 94.5 ESPN.
Problem, that's for sure. We've got 894 northbound at Oklahoma Avenue. We've got the 3 right lanes blocked with a crash. That's backing things up all the way back through the the Hale interchange onto 894 eastbound. And we've also got a couple of issues on 94 westbound, right in the stadium interchange, right shoulder blocked with a crash, and the left lane is blocked westbound 94 at the stadium interchange with a broken down vehicle there. Southbound 43, we've got that crash at Capitol Drive off on the right shoulder. We've also got an issue on 894. I mentioned that. The northbound side, we do have a broken down vehicle as well, just to kind of add to the headaches through that area. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast today. Early sunshine, becoming cloudy and windy. Chance for afternoon showers, a high of 53. Tonight, showers likely, cloudy and windy, a low of 42. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
I'm very familiar with Gruber Law Offices because they're always out in the community.
Gruber Law Offices are known to be honest, hardworking.
They're always involved in our neighborhoods.
Gruber Law Offices make our community a better place.
They are the best. For nearly 40 years, Gruber Law Offices has helped people throughout Wisconsin. If you're injured, we're here to help. One call, that's all.
Wisconsin would not be the same without Gruber Law Offices.
Neck and back surgeries can be risky. Your spine deserves the best. That's why professional athletes choose Neurospine Center of Wisconsin. We can help you too. With the top nationally rated spine surgeons in the state for quality outcomes, you can trust the professionals at Neurospine Center of Wisconsin. Get a second opinion in just a few clicks. Now offered virtually throughout Wisconsin. Visit nscwi.com. Whether you want to get back into the game or just get back to life, go where the pros go. Neurospine Center of Wisconsin. Your spine health is our passion.
Let's get the latest from Lambeau. This is your green and gold fix on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Tri-City National Bank. Tri-City National Bank offers a full suite of personal and business banking products at more than 25 convenient locations. Open your account today at the community bank that's Milwaukee's best bank. Learn more at tcnb.com.
Just what everybody planned for. A kicking controversy in Green Bay after 7 weeks. Veteran kicker Brandon McManus has been sidelined with a right quad injury each of the last 2 weeks, and new kicker Lucas Haversek a perfect 10 for 10 on field goals and extra points combined, including the new franchise record 61-yard field goal he hit on Sunday against Arizona. Head coach Matt LaFleur.
It's a great luxury, I would tell you, but certainly we've got to feel confident, and Brandon's got to feel confident that he can go out there and perform to the level that what he's used to performing at.
Time will tell who's handling booting the ball Sunday in Pittsburgh.
This has been your green and gold fix on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Tri-City National Bank, your hometown bank.
Little by little, some banks are pecking away at your balance with fees on their checking. You need an account with no monthly fee. Make the switch to Tri-City. Tri-City National Bank. Member FDIC.
Your neighbors are talking. Did you see their siding? Yikes. That drafty window? It's basically air conditioning. From nature. Don't be the scary house on the block this fall. Call Exterior Pros and Baths and get $3,000 off your roofing, siding, windows, or bath project. No tricks, just treats. That's 262-800-4274 or click your way to extpros.com. Fall in love with your home again. Trust the pros.
Turn those hoop dreams into reality with Precision Sports, your one-stop shop in southeastern Wisconsin for Mega Slam, Ironclad, and Dominator basketball hoop systems. Installation of new or old hoops and completely customizable painted court lines. PrecisionSportsOnline.com.
This is Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
What was a rebound? What did you just say?
Robust. You could say robust. Doesn't robust sound like a nice word of saying just a click below fat?
No, buddy, you're not fat.
Well,
you're
there's
rebound.
Well, Charles Barkley.
There's another
round mound of rebound.
On 94.5 ESPN. It's Chewy's favorite segment of the week.
Hey, big guy, you catch the game?
It's Power Rankings time on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
You catch the game last night?
Can I say yes to you?
What will the big guy have in store for us today?
See the game last night?
Which game?
Any of them.
All right, big guy.
Woo, we ready? It's a good list,
Kind of.
fair list, very fair.
Okay.
There's a couple on the outside maybe that would have a case, but I thought this was a pretty good list based upon last night's game, Gabe. You guys ready?
Yeah.
All right, 10.
I went with the New England Patriots at 10.
I still think they're a little outside.
They're 5-2.
Yeah, I just think they're
leading
their
their
schedule has
division.
been very easy, and will continue to be. Let's go with a team.
They beat the Bills.
What about the Steelers?
How about the San Francisco 49ers?
Oh, I had them higher up on the
who
list.
beat the Falcons. Okay,
Yeah, I had the
so
Niners a
two
little
of you,
higher.
Joshy, Patriots are 12. Gabe, Steelers are 13. Those those were some of the teams I was talking that would have an argument.
Yeah.
About moving in. So, but they didn't. 9.
9. I will say. I'll go Denver here.
What about the Seahawks?
Joshy nailed it. The
Okay.
Seahawks beat the Texans. What happened to the Texans?
Struggling on offense.
Yeah, they're not good.
They want to just sit on the ball. They traded away their offensive line to which was already bad.
Yep.
So they made it worse.
Yeah.
And it seems like C.J. Stroud is probably not exactly what we had thought of after the first season.
Okay. And then how good are the Seahawks? I think they're pretty good.
I think they're pretty good.
I mean, Sam Darnold got off to a slow start. He has been slinging the last month.
Yeah.
8.
I'll go back to Denver.
Are they going to get cute here and put like the Chiefs here?
No, they didn't get cute and put the Packers here.
Huh.
Dropped 2 spots.
What?
Probably because they didn't look real good against the Cardinals, would be my guess. Yeah, they dropped 2 from 6 to 8. Why? Where were you going to put them?
Just outside the top 5. Yeah, I was going to keep them at 6.
6 seems like the right move.
Number 1 seed in the NFC.
I know we're doing power rankings here, but winning and having the number 1 seed seems to be.
It seems pretty good combo.
Yeah.
Doesn't seem to be, hey, we're going to drop you territory.
Seems to me a little homerish. Give me 7.
Chiefs.
I'll go Rams here.
Chefs, Gabe, you're getting worked.
I was going to go Chiefs
I'm just
1
saying.
higher.
You might want to do a little more studying.
Chiefs should be in the
while
top 5.
you water your grass.
Should be in the top
okay?
3.
Yeah, Chiefs should be in the top 5.
No. They're 4-3. They beat the Raiders for crying out loud. Raiders should be in Canada.
Chewy, they ran 30 offensive plays and gained less than 100 yards. They scored 31 and gave up for the fourth quarter, and they still couldn't do anything.
But it's the Raiders. And they were at 9 last week.
Did
so
your
I thought
team?
3.
The chefs boat raced the team that's going to be number 1 here 2 weeks ago.
Yes.
All right, let's go to 6.
This is where the Rams got to live.
I'm going to agree with Gabe.
No. Well, I'm not going to agree with either one of you because it's A.O. Buffalo, who I think are in a little bit of soup.
They had a bye? What did they drop?
Their defense is...
Defense is exactly the same as it was a year ago.
The
Very
AFC stinks,
porous.
and so does the East.
Yeah. Like the Bills defense is the rankings are basically the exact same as they were a year ago.
What are they going to be, a 4-loss team?
Yeah.
I don't need any more lip, okay? And you ask at the beginning of the show why I come at Joshy. This is why.
Yeah, we got to be nice to Joshy because he's an international superstar.
Yes.
He is 1,300,000 something, I saw.
Yeah, we're getting close to 1.4.
Yeah, maybe you can catch me. Give me 5.
Rams.
Yeah, I'm just going to keep saying the Rams until they appear here.
The Rams are 5. Who's better, the Rams or Seattle?
I think the Rams.
How are they doing it?
Matthew Stafford is really good.
Extremely good defense.
Yeah, and the defense.
Their D is good?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, very good.
Wow.
They had those 2 picks they took early last year who were great rookies. I believe Rookie of the Year for one of them. And then they've just continued to get better and better.
4.
I'll go the Eagles here.
The Bucks.
Josh, he's got it. The Buccaneers are 4. Did you watch last night's game? Kind of worked out the way I thought it would.
Yes.
Although they lost Evans for a while. He broke his collarbone.
They think he's going to be done for the rest of the regular season.
Yeah.
With a collarbone?
That's just what they said.
Yeah.
Wow. That's another knock on your era. Not tough. Let's go with number 3.
Eagles.
Eagles.
Good call. What do you think of the Eagles? Got back on track against...
I don't know. Like, every Eagles game is basically the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, every Eagles game is basically the same.
Yeah.
Saquon Barkley has been pedestrian.
Their offensive line has not been very good.
Yes. And then his isolated stuff like we did with the Josh Jacobs, also not impressive. And that's been a big difference for them. But if they need to win, they chuck it to Smith and Brown, and next thing you know, there goes points and giant plays.
Well, so I don't know if you watched the end of the game, but it was like 3rd and 2, and somehow A.J. Brown just basically wasn't covered.
Yeah.
Like, you just lobbed it down the sideline, and there was just nobody there for A.J. Brown who caught it basically like a punt.
I believe Devontae Smith had like 180 yards.
Oh, yeah. No, they both had over 100 yards. Both Smith and Brown had over 100 yards in the game.
The chemistry on that team is weird. It's like no one really likes one another.
It seems...
Isn't it?
It
yes,
seems
100%.
like Howie Roseman's approach, which has been successful and got them a Super Bowl, but putting every personality possible in the same locker room might wear thin eventually. You could see how certain guys would be like, hey, I know we just won, but guess what? I don't like that guy.
Yes, it does.
And I'm going to tell you about it.
Yeah.
And it's not even going to, hey, I don't like that guy. I'm going to keep it to myself.
No.
I don't like that guy, and somebody needs to know.
2.
Indiana Jones.
The Colts.
Now, why do you guys go the Colts over the Lions?
Because the Lions, because there's no way they're putting the Colts and Daniel Jones at number 1 in the power rankings.
And the power rankings are all in on the Lions.
Yeah.
And they have been.
I mean, the Colts just beat the Chargers, who are pretty good, pretty handily.
On the road.
I mean, you're right.
Went out there.
They did go Colts. Yeah.
Yeah.
They did go Colts Detroit.
The Chargers are down to their 3rd and 4th string running back. They are out both their tackles and their guard.
Yeah.
And the one thing we all know Jim Harbaugh wants to do, run the football. Tough to do in those circumstances. Shockingly, in those circumstances, Justin Herbert also not looking as good.
Yeah.
Did you watch the game last night?
The Lions game?
Yeah.
A little bit. I was kind of flipping around between that and Game 7 of the ALCS.
They're clearly a tier better than the Buccaneers.
Did they look like last year or no? Not.
I still think they're not quite last year, but I think they're better than the Buccaneers.
Again, to be a half click below what they were last year is still a really damn good offense.
Good. So your guys' only problem was the pack.
Surprised that they would drop down to 8, especially if, again, their win over the Lions means nothing, obviously. If the Lions are 1, the Packers handed them one of those 2 losses, but the Chiefs should also be higher, the other team that beat the Lions.
Yeah.
So the Lions are the best team in the league, but the teams that beat them don't get any respect, is basically my issue.
Denver is at 11. You want to guess where the Bears are at?
Ooh. Their first 4-game win streak in almost 10 years.
I'm going 13, 14, 15. They want to love the Bears so much.
I'll go 16. If Joshy's going to shotgun and take 3, I'll take the one right behind it.
14. 14. So, all right, good list. Solid. You're welcome.
Yeah, I don't know why they don't want to love the Chiefs the way that the Chiefs should be loved right now.
Because they're 4-3. Where are you supposed to put them? They're 4-3. Okay.
Yeah, but if it's the power rankings and it's about how you look, that right there has been the best team in the NFL the last 2 weeks.
No, they wet the bed and don't want to change the sheets, okay?
Yeah, they don't need to. They've been the best team in the league the last 2 weeks.
All right.
Use your eyes, man. Open your eyes. You got to see it.
Agree to disagree.
Somebody obviously didn't watch Chiefs-Lions.
Someone didn't work at 5:20 this morning.
You turned down a sprinkler. All right, you turned down a sprinkler. All right, let's just.
Are you going to look both at us, Mr. 2-week sabbatical, and say you guys aren't working enough?
2-week sabbatical.
No, because I don't like the 2-on-1. And Gabe, for whatever reason, has become more loyal to Josh than he has to me.
I'm famous in Japan.
Yeah,
that's true. Okay, I take it back. I take it back.
I'm hooking my my wagon to the rising star.
All right, okay.
That's the wise thing to do, is it not?
I can appreciate that. Not that I would do it, but I appreciate it.
Now I'm just imagining Josh getting endorsement checks the way Jerry did.
Put me on some billboards out in Japan.
Getting endorsement checks for 8 cents. Yeah. Hey, guys, if you feel like you're running on empty, Mentality Health is here to help. Maybe you're dealing with low testosterone. You're just not quite aware of it. You have low energy and motivation. You're just tired all the time. Weight gain, muscle loss, especially around belly fat. If you're feeling anxious, moody, irritable, all signs of low testosterone, Mentality can help. Go to mentalityhealth.com/radio. Book an appointment today. Go through their process with Mentality because they're a local healthcare facility specializing in helping men feel and perform at their very best. Board-certified physicians to provide a full physical, consultation, and blood panel analysis all during your first visit. And then if you do work with them, they focus on free testosterone, which a lot of doctors can't overlook. And that's how they start making you start to feel better. That energy comes back, the belly fat burns off, muscle strengthens, and you start to feel like yourself again. Confident, driven, ready to tackle life. And that's, again, just that great feeling. You start to feel like yourself again. So let Mentality help. Don't let low testosterone hold you back. Go to the website, mentalityhealth.com/radio, mentalityhealth.com/radio to see if they can help you today.
More Jen, Gabe, and Chewy coming up on 94.5 ESPN.
Westbound 94 at the stadium interchange. We have the right shoulder blocked with a crash. We've got delays in both directions, though. Backups from 17th Street all the way to Mitchell Boulevard, eastbound from 84th Street through the stadium. Another accident on southbound 43 right about at Capitol Drive off on the right shoulder. Delays coming in from Silver Spring all the way down past the accident scene to about Locust. We've also got this other accident on 894 northbound. Oh, actually, it just got cleared. Yay. This was the one that had the 3 lanes blocked. That actually has been cleared. Delays are still there, though, pretty hefty, all the way back through the Hale interchange past Forest Home. So give yourself that extra time. Southbound 41, as usual, from the county line, pretty much past Good Hope Road down to Capitol Drive. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast. Today, early sunshine, becoming cloudy and windy. Chance for afternoon showers, a high of 53. Tonight, showers likely cloudy and windy, a low of 42. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
This is an ad by BetterHelp.
BetterHelp therapists have helped more than 5 million people worldwide on their mental health journeys. Moments in therapy, like the right question or a safe space to cry or a small win, can really change lives. This World Mental Health Day, we're celebrating the therapists who have helped millions of people take that step forward. If you're ready to find the right therapist for you, BetterHelp can help you start that journey. Our listeners get 10% off their first month at BetterHelp.com/timeout. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/timeout.
Progressive presents Employee of the Month. Small Business Edition. Today's recipient from Terry's Tiny Homes, Terry! Sure, as the only employee of her company, Terry was probably the front runner, but saving money getting personalized discounts with a commercial auto quote from Progressive, well, that gave Terry the edge. Over Terry. Terry! Keep awkwardly chanting your own name, Terry. You deserve it. Woo! Be your own Terry. See if you could save in as little as 8 minutes at progressivecommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Discounts not available in all states or situations.
At AT&T, we guarantee our network so you can talk college football with your BFF while taking Buster to the vet.
Hey, yeah, I can't believe he ate the whole thing of chicken wings.
And I can't believe we're staging a comeback. Touchdown! Yes!
Staying connected matters. That's why in the rare event of a network outage, you'll automatically get a bill credit for a full day's service. For wireless downtime lasting 60 minutes or more caused by a single incident impacting 10 or more towers, must be connected to impacted tower at onset of outage. Restrictions and exclusions apply. See att.com/guarantee for full details.
Coach Saban here. On the field or on your walls, coverage matters. That's why I go with Behr Marquee Interior Paint and Primer from the Home Depot.
Exceptional hide, advanced stain blocking, and over 1,000 colors to choose from. Behr Marquee delivers one-coat coverage that stands up to real life. One-coat coverage, no overtime. Behr Marquee, only at the Home Depot. How doers get more done. Valid only when tinted to colors from the Behr Marquee Interior One-Coat Hide Collection.
From kickoff to cash out, ESPN Bet has the tools you need to score more on game days. Bet smarter with stats at your fingertips. Get personalized parlays built just for you. And with your fantasy team synced right in the app, you can back your squad. Right now, new customers get $100 in bonus bets when you bet $10. Sign up with promo code USL to get started. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
Memories made at a Milwaukee Bucks game last a lifetime. And this season, you can experience the unbelievable action your way. With a partial season ticket plan, you get to choose the games that work for your schedule, your budget, and your crew. Feel the intensity of the NBA's biggest matchups, the thrill of buzzer beaters, and the energy that brings the crowd to its feet. Be part of the moments that make Bucks basketball special. Find the plan that works for you at bucks.com/partial.
You're listening to Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
Do you like your pickles warm or cold?
Want my pickle a little warm.
Warm's good.
It's better than cold.
Cold
You
can
got
be
shrinkage.
good too.
Yeah, well, no,
Cold
shrinkage
can
gets
be good.
involved. It's not great.
On 94.5 ESPN.
No place like X-Golf inside of American Family Field. It's a great place to go. Again, it's open to the public 7 days a week. Great place to go work on your swing, certainly during the golf off-season, which is closer than I'd like to admit. This golf off-season, a little bit cooler weather this week. But it's also a great space if you're hosting any sort of get-together, gathering, or party this holiday season. Go to xgolfamfanfield.com to find out more information about this unique space. 7 state-of-the-art simulators. Unbelievable, unique space overlooking the outfield at American Family Field. Check it out, xgolfamfanfield.com. This is uncharted territory for the University of Wisconsin football team, or at least in my lifetime. Because basically my lifetime is, I was born in 86, Chew, but Barry takes over the program in the early 90s, and the rest is history. They've had their ups and downs, didn't make the bowl games every year under Barry, but a streak started in the late 90s, early 2000s that came to an end last year. And now they have 2 wins with not another win in sight. And people are upset. They're seeing coaches get fired every week in college football. One was in conference. James Franklin let go. And that was a team that was a playoff semifinalist a year ago. Billy Napier let go this week of the University of Florida. And instead, if you're a Badger fan, this is what you got. I don't know if this went out to Zach Heilprin, put this out on social media yesterday. But here is the letter that Chris McIntosh sent to Badger fans yesterday. Dear Badger Nation, on Saturday at Camp Randall, I was honored to join my former Rose Bowl champion teammates and coaches on the field as the university community celebrated our collective success. My years as a student-athlete at Wisconsin were among the best of my life. I loved my teammates and coaches, our passionate fans, and the joy that Wisconsin football brings our campus and entire community. It is with those experiences, along with my love and deep respect for our university, that I share in the disappointment with the football season to date. It has fallen well short of standards. At Wisconsin, we do not shy away from setting lofty expectations for our teams, our coaches, and for myself. We embrace them and accept the responsibility of meeting those goals. While our coaches, staff, and student athletes continue to demonstrate the work ethic and values that represent UW football, the results simply are not where any of us want them to be. Coach Fickell sees the potential in this team. Coach Fickell sees the potential in what this team can be, as do I, and shares the same disappointment and frustration. Our student athletes continue to stand the fight with character and pride as they battle through this moment of adversity, and they all deserve our support. While we still have a lot of football to play this season, with the support and significant involvement of the Chancellor, athletics is committed to elevating the investment in our football program to position us to compete at the highest levels. As a department, we must provide our coaches the tools necessary to succeed. That means more athletics-funded investments into infrastructure, staffing, and, most importantly, student-athlete recruiting and retention. In this new era of college athletics, the clear reality is that high expectations must be matched with an equal level of support. The results of this elevated support may not be immediate, but we are confident that the impact will be positive and long-term. He has another paragraph after that, but basically kind of Chewy going out and saying, hey, we haven't invested maybe what we should have invested monetarily into this program, and we're going to do that going forward. But I also get the impression after reading that and reading it out loud to you, I'm curious of yours. I read that, and I don't think Fickell's going anywhere.
It was kind of like soliciting funds for alumni, which aren't going to happen. I agree with you. It's kind of a letter keeping Fickell around. It's a letter day late and $1 short. What the hell do you think was going to happen with NIL and the transfer portal?
Yeah.
I mean, Wisconsin has turned itself into a Rutgers or a Maryland, but the problem is Rutgers and Maryland now are better than Wisconsin.
Like,
my guess is this, Gabe. The university doesn't want to pay his buyout. They would rather keep him around for another year and suck. And I've heard things about the program through some of my connections. The attention to detail isn't there, and the recruiting is stupid. You know, when you go to an air raid offense, why would you go away from homegrown talent?
Well,
and that is big offensive linemen who are now leaving the state and going to Penn State or Michigan instead of running a pro-style offense and doing what you do with solid defense. You're not going to get 5-star receivers from Texas, California, and Florida. It ain't happening. Okay? So now they dug themselves such a flippin' hole that every player who is decent there is going to go into the portal and leave. And now they're saying that they're going to spend money to try and get the problem is this, Gabe, it's like free agency. It's like Green Bay years ago. You want NIL kids? Now you got to overpay.
Yeah, and that's part of the problem. And now here's the other thing. And this is coming from somebody who is from Wisconsin, played football at Wisconsin. Brad Nortman yesterday talking about what the program has done under Luke Fickell in the state of Wisconsin.
Everything I'm hearing from inside the building is that he has zero, not only hasn't done it, there's no engagement with the alumni, the former players, or Wisconsin high school coaches. There's no interest in doing it. Every high school football coach I talk to, there is no relationship with Coach Fickell or any of the coaching staff. There is zero intention to try to keep Wisconsin kids in the program. There's no interest in it. Not only that, but when we talk about alumni and raising money and boosters, everything I'm hearing is that Fickell has no interest in bridging that gap, raising money, and leaning into Wisconsin culture.
Well, he'll get fired, and he shouldn't be.
And finally, I've heard there's two, big red events. So it's happening right here in Milwaukee. Had to get canceled because he wouldn't show up. So there is a major disconnect between what a Wisconsin head coach should be doing of reinforcing the culture and what is currently being done. And the symptom is what is on the field. The illness itself is all of these issues, and it all plays out with trash product on the field.
Chewy, the blueprint was there. Barry left the blueprint. They tried to go away from the blueprint for 2 years with Gary Anderson. Didn't work. Went right back to the blueprint when they brought in Paul Chryst. And obviously it was time for Chryst to go when he was let go. And there was not a single person who disagreed with the hiring of Luke Fickell. But the blueprint was there. Barry said the first thing when hey, I'm building a wall around this state. And, yeah, maybe you let some kids, not everybody stays here, right? Like I think of J.C. Latham, who was a really good player at Catholic Memorial, who ended up at Alabama.
Ben Bredesen.
Brett Bredesen, went to Michigan, and that happens from time to time.
Sure.
But I think of Barry, I think of Brett, I think of Paul Chryst, and the way they were able to keep athletes in the state of Wisconsin who had pride in the state, in the program, and they kept that tradition rolling, and then that obviously was able to be felt by other kids who came to the state or came to the program from outside of the state. If you have no interests in making connections with coaches in the state, with alumni, where's this money going to come from? Two things can be true, Chew. They could have set up Luke Fickell for failure by not having the appropriate funding, right? And now they're going to give, according to this letter from Chris McIntosh to the fan base, they're going to put more funds towards the program. That can be true.
But
I can still think, I don't know. But I'll take the letter at face value.
Yeah.
But the larger point here is, if you're giving that money to someone, Luke Fickell hasn't earned the right to have that, because he refuses to make connections with people in the state and the alumni. Like, how do you not reach out to your alumni? How do you not have that connection? The first thing that Shaka Smart did when he took over the Marquette program, how much did you see Dwayne Wade around the University of Marquette program, but while he was a player? Never. Sure. He is around this team once or twice a year because Shaka Smart realizes, hey, this A can be a recruiting tool for me because we've got a great history at the University of Marquette, and B, it's just great to be able to lean into that and lean into your more famous alumni. And he's just refused to do it at the University of Wisconsin.
And you can really see it with the way online all of the former players are commenting about his current tenure. There is no support.
If you want to hit up J.J. Watt for some money, I'm just using J.J. because he obviously made a ton of money at in his career at Wisconsin. You need to have a relationship to ask him for that money. If that's what you're looking to do, if you're looking for some more money for NIL or whatever to help, build whatever facility or, beef up the locker room, weight room, whatever you're looking to do. This guy hasn't earned it. This guy has not earned it. And the fact that Chris McIntosh has yet to realize that is ultimately going to be the downfall of Chris McIntosh as well.
Well, yeah, here's the thing about Chris McIntosh. I don't blame him for hiring him. Because any coach, in any good program that needed a coach at that time would have hired Luke Fickell What I will blame, and I love Chris. Chris is a great guy. But what I will blame him for is if he holds on to him too long. Then I will blame him. But you have to put, I don't know if he's getting noise from the administration, and I don't know if they're saying, look, we're not paying 2 coaches. We're not paying a buyout and then have to go get another coach, which is a distinct possibility. So I don't know.
Then you're an unserious program. You're an unserious program.
I totally agree with you, Gabe.
And you cannot
totally
expect,
agree with you.
And then you cannot expect your fan base to support or take you seriously.
I totally agree. Totally agree. You haven't even been to the college playoffs.
Nope.
And the college playoffs have been around for 10, 12 years now.
Mm-hmm.
You haven't even been there. So stop acting like you're so good, because you're not.
And to your point, Adam Rittenberg had a pretty good thread yesterday on Twitter, covers college football for ESPN.com. Basically just saying, hey, yes, they need to invest. Again, he doesn't know where the money's necessarily coming from, but they need to invest because Wisconsin had operated differently than many top-tier programs, and the fact that Wisconsin was as successful as long as they were without putting in some similar money as some of the top-tier programs was amazing, but now the times have changed, and you do need to invest.
Yeah.
So that makes sense to me.
Totally.
But let somebody else take that investment if you actually want to be taken seriously, if you actually want to take this program back to where it once was. We have to get out of here. That was, again, a deeper conversation that I'm sure we're going to have again at some point because I don't see this getting any better at the University of Wisconsin. But I do want to tell you about my friend Gina Della and her team at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. This month, you can score a whole house of new energy-efficient Pella windows for as low as $297 a month with 0% interest for up to 60 months. That's like a drive you can sustain for years, keeping your home comfortable. Thanks to incredible defense played by Pella Windows, stopping the drafts. Don't wait. Schedule your free consultation today, PellaWI.com.
Jen, Gabe, and Chewy are back after this on 94.5 ESPN. All day, every day. The Carbless talk and text line is open for you.
First off, there is not one team that's on the fringe that scares me.
800-990-3776. The Carbless talk and text line. This is more. Stay up to date on the Green and Gold all season. The Green and Gold Fix podcast is brought to you by Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Luxury stay, elite play, unwind in sophisticated comfort. Win big, dine, and experience the events in Milwaukee.
Something exciting is happening at St. Kate the Arts Hotel. On the second floor, you'll find the Studio Kitchen and Cocktails, Milwaukee's destination for bold flavors, fresh sushi, seasonal entrees, and cocktails crafted with care. Start your day with a breakfast that fuels you, stop in for dinner that sparks conversation, or linger late into the evening with drinks designed to inspire. With flavors and drinks for every mood, the Studio is the perfect place to gather, celebrate, and connect. Be boldly social. The Studio Kitchen and Cocktails, now on the second floor at St. Kate the Arts Hotel.
Hey, this is Mike from Infinity Exteriors. Buying a roof, siding, or windows can feel overwhelming. Hidden costs, confusing contracts. We don't play that game. We educate you so you can decide. And when you know the facts, Infinity Exteriors is the clear choice. Since 1997, we've installed peace of mind with no surprise upcharges, flexible budgets, and immediate financing. Infinity Exteriors, saving our communities from unscrupulous contractors. Visit infinityexteriors.com.
Goldsmiths are essential to running a jewelry store, but they're extremely hard to find.
Goldsmiths can repair jewelry, set diamonds, resize rings, and create beautiful, one-of-a-kind pieces of custom jewelry.
Most jewelry stores do not have an in-house goldsmith.
But Kessler's has 18 wonderful goldsmiths working in our 9 Kessler stores.
The average Kessler's goldsmith has more than 15 years of full-time experience.
And that's not counting all the apprentice goldsmiths and jewelry designers.
Our goldsmiths repair a lot of jewelry that we did not sell.
Bring us your broken jewelry and we'll bring it back to life.
When you see a woman with an extremely attractive, very distinctive engagement ring,
you can safely assume that it's a custom-designed, one-of-a-kind ring made by the goldsmiths at Kessler's.
When your relationship is special, you need a special engagement ring.
If you want something that's breathtakingly one-of-a-kind,
come to Kessler's.
For the location of the Kessler's nearest you, visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
Imagine your home totally organized. At Closets by Design, we specialize in providing affordable, custom-built storage solutions with built-ins and beyond. From garages to new home offices. Our experienced designers work within your budget to design a solution fit perfectly to your needs. Get 40% off plus an additional 15% with 18-month financing. Visit closetsbydesign.com or call 1-800-BY-DESIGN to get started. Let's get organized together.
It's Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
Big Hurt.
I heard that's like, eh.
Ron and the Key Wagon saying you guys should slow down before you take on a sponsor.
Here I am.
On 94.5 ESPN.
Well, we put it up on the Infinity Exteriors poll today at Jen Gabe Chewy on Twitter. You can still vote as well. Are blackberries underrated? Any guesses on how that ended up, big guy?
50-50.
70-30.
They are?
Yes, they are underrated.
Yeah, they are.
So everybody agree? I mean, not everybody, but really good chunk of people end up agreeing with you.
What about jalapenos?
No, jalapenos aren't underrated, man. I can't.
Yeah, they are.
We can't. Like, you had something going with the blackberries. You decided to heat check the jalapeno. You heat check the jalapeno and you bricked it. You know, that's just that's the way it goes sometimes. Sometimes that heat check, burns the net. Sometimes you just miss it.
Got a little greedy. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'll do better
happens.
tomorrow.
It happens.
Okay.
Wildy and Tausch coming up next.
This Thursday, October 23rd, the KBN crew is taking over the Bullpen Sports Bar and Grill in New Berlin, broadcasting live from 2 to 5 p.m. Come out for Taco Thursday, meet the